When we did the 500th broadcast of this show, I mentioned that my favorite film of the last 14 years, since Roger and I began doing this show, was Raging Bull. Obviously, it is also my favorite film of this decade. Martin Scorsese's Raging Bull is, of course, the Jake LaMotta story, the boxing story with Robert De Niro playing a human animal.
LaMotta is taking terrible punishment on the ropes as Joseel bangs him with left and right to the head. Another left, another right to the jaw. And LaMotta turns around. He's been playing possum. He's got Joseel hurt. He rips the right hand of the body to the left hook to the jaw. Another left and a right to the head. Joseel is wheeling around the ring. The tide has turned, no question about it.
Shot in beautiful black and white, Raging Bull reaffirms Scorsese as the preeminent filmmaker of our generation. He's using all of his techniques in this picture while still telling us a great street story, finding life among the lowlife.
The first film on my list for 1980s is exactly the same film, Martin Scorsese's Raging Bull, and there was no question in my mind. I think that's kind of amazing that we would be in agreement on that, but of the films that I saw in the last 10 years, this is the one that went out there on a high wire, and it never looked down, and it kept right on going. This is the one where the director was really swinging for the bleachers. And also, of course, I think it has the best performance of the last 10 years in this remarkable work by Robert De Niro. From beginning to end, Raging Bull is an amazing motion picture.
When I think of that picture, I don't think, oddly enough, of the boxing sequences first. I think of some of those, that lazy, like, weekend afternoon when Jake goes over to try and pick up Vicky at the pool. And I look at those beautiful images, and I think that there's a lot of dreams there. There's something in the colors. It's almost like silky sheets, the white, the color. It's just such a beautiful piece of filmmaking.
It's a film about an entire life. It's a film about the spaces in between the high points. It's a film about the end of that life when Jake LaMotta is running a nightclub down in Florida, and he's out of shape, and he's kind of a figure of jest now instead of being that person who for a second there was great. And it's also about the obsessions that he allows to destroy his life, the jealousy, the insecurity. By the end of that movie, you really feel you know that person.
There isn't anything more I need to know about Jake LaMotta than I got in that film. What an achievement that is.